So we have live looks here from New York. You're looking at Trump Tower, where the former president spent the evening, and also the Manhattan courthouse, where he will surrender and be arraigned this afternoon. Now, the sealed indictment will be read, with President Trump hearing the charges against him for the very first time and plans to enter a plea of not guilty. So we are bringing in our senior legal analyst here to kind of help us break it down.
And one of the new things that we learned just from overnight, Chris Tridico, is that there will be no cameras rolling in the courtroom during the arraignment. Still pictures will be allowed. What do you make of the judge's ruling late last night?
So I think it was a good idea not to have cameras in the courtroom. I don't know why, if you're going to have no cameras in the courtroom, why you don't have any cameras in the courtroom. The idea, I think, was to protect the president. He's running, the former president. He's running for office. And so I think the idea that the judge was trying to make here was, don't have these images that they can use in the campaign, his opponents can use in the campaign, and then you allow still cameras in there where they can take these photographs and use them anyway. So I'm not sure why he made the split ruling. If you're going to ban cameras, ban cameras. But I think that was the purpose of it. I think it was a good ruling. I just don't think he went far enough.
There's been a lot of fanfare about, this is the first time that we've seen this for a U.S. president. But all in all, arraignments are pretty, brass tacks, down to business, pretty quick, in and out. The highlight, though, probably is going to be that we will finally see what charges have been filed.
We will. Donald Trump and his team knows what they are. They've probably already got a copy of the indictment and have seen it. This is going to take a little bit longer because, as we understand, there's at least 24 counts. And so if they do a formal arraignment and read all 24 counts, that could take a long time to read them all. If they just allow him to plead not guilty, then it could take moments and let him leave.
I want to get your take on the former president making attacks on the judge who will be presiding over this case and the DA. He has verbally come out and said things about them. Is that legally risky?
It's very risky. It's been something he's done time and time again on everyone who's taken legal action against him. I don't think it's ever a good idea to attack a judge who's going to be ruling on matters involved in your case. It doesn't seem to bother President Trump, but no, it doesn't make any sense at all to me why you would ever attack a judge who's going to be making rulings in your own case. It just doesn't make any sense to incite someone who has the rest of your life in his hands.
There's been some talk about the judge possibly imposing a gag order. Is that something you expect? And if you were on, Trump's legal team, is having a rally tonight something that you advise against?
I always advise against my clients taking part in any rallies. I don't think it's not good for any defendant to take part in those things. Donald Trump is an entity in and of himself, and he's going to do it anyway. Gag orders are very hard for judges to enter and maintain because they tend to violate the First Amendment the way they enter them. And so if he enters a gag order, he has to make it very limited in scope and the way he does it. Donald Trump is running for president, and so when he enters a gag order, he's going to have to keep that in mind as to how he can limit somebody who's running for president and gag him from speaking and defending himself while he's running for president. I think that any gag order he enters and says you can't talk about this case is going to necessarily violate the First Amendment because he is running for president. I don't know how he does it.
Okay. We should point out the former president has denied all wrongdoing. He does plan to speak tonight. His campaign has raised $7 million since the indictment. Chris Tridico, thank you so much for coming in. Appreciate it.